Casey Anthony's parents in the hot seat, answering questions in the defamation lawsuit against their daughter.
A woman named Zenaida Gonzalez says that Casey damaged her reputation by claiming she took her daughter. Today, we do have team coverage in the case against Casey. Several allegations have been made by Casey's former fiancé, Jesse Grund. Now we are hearing new details about a possible plot to frame Jesse from his dad. WESH 2's Amanda Ober has that story.
But first, today's major developments playing out with Casey's parents. WESH 2's Bob Keeling begins our big story team coverage. Bob?
Yeah, Scott, we can tell you this is a side of George we haven't seen in a while. He was angry and combative, even at one point threatening to get up and walk out. But he did tell attorneys here at the offices of Morgan & Morgan that he does believe his daughter's claim that there is a babysitter out there named Zenaida Gonzalez.
I thought you guys would be downstairs.
Even before entering John Morgan's mock courtroom, George Anthony appeared nervous and agitated. Cindy Anthony even set up a camera of her own.
Good morning. The date is April 9th, 2009.
Minutes after George swore to tell the truth, he was going toe-to-toe with the attorney for Zenaida Gonzalez, Keith Mitnick. It started when Mitnick tried to establish how often Casey bought anything for her family.
Okay, maybe once every 6 months.
I'm not going to have you put words in my mouth, no, sir.
I'm not trying to. That's why
yes, sir, you are.
That's why I started the question, maybe.
Let's put it this way. She bought things when she wanted to buy things. How about that? We'll just end that conversation at that.
Actually, we won't.
Anthony later said he believed his daughter's claim that there was a babysitter named Zenaida Gonzalez.
Casey was shown her picture and she took the Fifth Amendment.
Gonzalez attorneys say their client is the only Zenaida the police questioned and the only one who lost her job and had her good name ruined by Casey's claims. That's why they're going on with the defamation suit. That's why they're asking pointed questions about who was responsible for Caylee's disappearance and murder.
Who committed this murder has everything to do with Zenaida Gonzalez, because whoever committed this murder means Zenaida didn't. And so when we prove who did it, we prove she didn't.
And conversely, it is important to Casey's alibi in the murder case that this Zenaida babysitter exists, because if Morgan and crew prove that she did not, then it points the finger of responsibility right back at Casey. So, for about the last 2.5 hours, Cindy Anthony has been up there under oath, and we'll have an update all new at 5 o'clock. Reporting live in downtown Orlando, I'm Bob Keeling, WESH 2 News.
See you then, Bob. Thank you. Casey's former fiancé, Jesse Grund, made some lurid allegations about Casey's relationship with her brother, telling detectives Lee made sexual advances to his own sister.
September 2005, Casey told me that she didn't feel comfortable with Lee being around Caylee. When I asked why, she said that recently, she wouldn't expand upon recently. I assumed it was before Caylee was born. Casey and Lee were at the house alone together, and Casey and Lee attempted to have sex with her.
Did you get an indication what attempted to have sex meant?
There was never any explanation. My impression was that somehow he was trying to pressure her into it somehow. That was my impression from what she was saying. I didn't have anything else concrete on it, and it was so vile and disgusting to me that I didn't really want to go any further into it.
Today, Grund's father is responding to those comments, plus revealing a possible plot to frame his son. WESH 2's Amanda Ober continues our live team coverage right now. Amanda?
Yeah, Martha, I spoke with Richard Grund off camera at his Orlando home today, and he is not a happy man. Not only does he claim that his family is still grieving the loss of Caylee, whom they'd gotten quite close to, but now he's convinced that Casey's defense is going to point the finger at his son.
Casey's ex-fiancé, Jesse Grund, told investigators on July 1st, during the time Caylee was unaccounted for, her mother, Casey, showed up at his house. He says Casey claimed she'd been locked out of her boyfriend's apartment, and she asked if she could take a shower. On CNN's Nancy Grace last night, Grund's father said he thinks Casey's shower visit was an attempt to plant evidence and frame Jesse for Caylee's disappearance.
But the minute he told me that, I just had this chill. Maybe she was there to grab something from that bathroom. Maybe she was there to begin to plan however she was going to explain what was going on.
Jesse Grund has been a controversial figure in the Caylee saga. The Anthony family has persistently brought him up as a possible suspect in Caylee's disappearance. But Grund maintains his only connection is that at one time he wanted to marry Caylee and take Caylee in as his own. His father, Richard, says all the finger-pointing has him convinced there's actually a conspiracy to tie the Grund family into Caylee's death.
But not only do I think they're going to name my son, I think that they're going to name me. They're possibly even going to name my wife.
Now, we are still digging up more compelling evidence from some of the information released earlier this week, including some handwritten calendars that investigators used early on to try and pinpoint the day that Caylee may have been murdered. I'm going to show you those calendars coming up on WESH 2 News at 5. For now, Amanda Ober reporting, WESH 2 News.